This is the second video of the state of the house that we rent from Cross Keys Homes in Peterborough, United Kingdom. Despite the fact that we have reported several issues to them in the past, they are not interested in the slightest of our concerns. But as you can see, don't know if the camera is picking this up, but there's a great big crack which is going round the ceiling, and there's also some big cracks and gorges there, and this is just in the hallway bit near where the back door is. And also, I'm going to show you something in several other clips of just how bad this house is. Now we're in the kitchen. All this down here is black mould, very harmful to inhale, and this house does suffer from a very serious damp issue. Again, the landlord, Cross Keys Homes, who are supposed to be a charity organisation, have shown no interest in these matters whatsoever. And this is just the outer wall. As you can see, the radiator. Now, we have to have the radiator on full to even get any heat out of it, because this place is so drafty and so damp. And also, you have to be careful on these tiles, because of the severe dampness they've actually started to lift. And this mould I've cleaned off several times, and it just keeps growing back. So basically it's just like going round and round. The next clip I'm going to show you is the kitchen window, and be warned, it is absolutely disgusting. Now this is the kitchen window. I thought I'd show you all the worst parts of the conditions first, as I like to get the bad stuff out of the way. But this is all mould. If I just lift up the net curtain, you'll actually see that there is car primer, which is etching primer, that's been sprayed on our kitchen window by another resident up the street as part of the hate crime towards us. And again, Cross Keys Homes have done absolutely nothing about this. More damp, and when we do standard cooking in this kitchen, this window steams up. There's some damp on the ceiling. The Artex has peeled away. There's more damp. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, because the light in here doesn't work. And this is the living room. This is above the curtains of the external window. Now just look at all that mould. And this is new. Neither Cross Keys or the authorities have done anything about this. And I suffer from asthma. So it's like fighting a losing battle. And also the damp has spread as the ceiling paper has started to sag. Never had this problem before. And over here there's some more mould growing on the top there as well, where that crack is. And this is supposed to be a charitable housing association, but it doesn't end here. There's more to come. Keep watching. Now, these shanks is our security in order to protect what little we have left, as someone broke in our house and murdered our fish. So that's the explanation for these shanks on the internal door. This is the front landing just above the front door. As you can see, there's some more mould growing there. Another patch of mould there. This is all black mould, by the way. Very toxic to inhale. And also, just to explain to you that is watching this video, this is my makeshift insulation, as it gets really cold in here in winter. It's not even spring yet, but just look at all this mould. And this, just to remind you, is a charitable housing association. Cross Keys, Peterborough is. But considering it's supposed to be a charitable landlord, this house should be in better condition than this. But I've got more to show you. Keep watching. This is the upper deck of the hallway. Got some long cracks going right round, and if I just stand back you'll actually see for yourself. That's the light fitting. And I do believe that could be more damp forming around there. There's also a crack, two cracks forming around the back of the fire alarm. And this is where more mould has grown due to the cold and damp issues that we are living in. And over here is another crack forming above the main bedroom, and also down here the skirting board has come away. I would say this is about probably 3 millimeters gap minimum. And also there's a crack there. And this is in the main bedroom. A large crack going right round to the corner. Some plaster has come away, and there's another crack forming over here. And also a crack forming over here as well. And also more evidence of damp drafts and mould which is forming on the windows here, just behind the curtain. And also down here, this is where the skirting board in this bedroom has come away. It goes right past the back of the bed where I can't reach. And finally, some more separation and a evident crack between the skirting board and the wall. This is the second bedroom of the house, as you can see. I've got a breathing mask on, by the way. I don't know if this camera can pick up my voice, as it may sound a bit muffled, but this is the second room, and to be honest, all that black mould there is just like getting worse. And I don't use this room much anymore, as it would be unhealthy to do so. As you can see down here, still more mould growing in that corner. That patch of mould on the top in that right corner of this room, of which is where I would normally sleep in, but I can't sleep in here, and despite the fact that I keep cleaning this off, it just keeps coming back, so I'm fighting a losing battle here. The landlord is obviously completely not interested, as they would rather be more interested in harassing me about the gardens, which are not in that bad a condition, as I can't really use the lawnmower in the pouring rain or where there is high winds, because that would just be blatantly stupid. But it doesn't end there. There's more mould forming down here besides the windowsill, and then here's the windowsill. This house has a very severe damp issue, as this is all mould, where the insulation has decayed or it's been sabotaged when I've not been in the house. And this is supposed to be a house from a charitable housing association called Cross Keys Homes in Peterborough, United Kingdom. Anyway, just thought I'd just show just how bad this place is and why you shouldn't rent a property from Cross Keys Homes. Anyway, moving on to the last room of the house. And this is the bathroom. Just look at that massive crack. I haven't got a ruler to hand, but as you can probably tell, that is about probably 1.5 to 2 millimeters thick or wide. The gap, that mega massive crack on the bathroom wall near to the main window. Also down here, this is on the ceiling just behind the main light. Another big crack forming. As you know, it goes all the way round and down there. And also over here, when they did the roof last year and took the roof off, they actually, you could see daylight through that crack, and there's a lot of mould forming all around here. And this is the mould on the window. They might think this is okay, but to be honest, for a housing association that's supposed to be a charitable one, it's definitely not good for your health to be breathing all this in. And they don't seem interested at all in dealing with my concerns about this place. So that's the results, and this is what you get from renting a home with Cross Keys of Peterborough in the United Kingdom. Cheers for watching. This is an extra clip of the living room, and as you can see, there is actually some mould, white mould on the floor, due to the extreme dampness of this house that we rent from Cross Keys Homes in Peterborough, who are supposed to be a charitable housing association. Now take a look at that. All that mould that's formed in that corner. I'm about to lay some polythene down because the floor is really damp, and to avoid getting wet feet, but I will show you another clip once I've removed the final box, as I'm having a spring clean. But just look at all that. Right, upon removing the last box that was down here, have a look at this. And I'm really trying hard not to throw up, because the stench and the smell is absolutely disgusting, and I'm really trying hard not to cuss on this video. But as you can see, this is why you shouldn't, or think twice before you rent a home from Cross Keys Homes in Peterborough, as this is a house that they provide, and they call themselves a charity. It's disgusting. Be sure to share this video with your friends, your contacts, and make sure this gets lots of views, especially if you live in Peterborough and you want to rent a home from Cross Keys Homes in Peterborough. Because you can see the evidence speaks for itself of the treatment they give to their tenants.